what theory what theory of an event happening, however, because probability is based on chance, what theory predicts does not necessarily happen in practice. The favorable outcome refers to the event in question actually happening. The total number of possible outcomes refers to all different types of outcomes one can get in a particular situation in general. Probability of an event, number of favorable outcomes, total number of equally likely outcomes. Probability of zero is the impossible if the probability one is one, the event is certain to happen. If an event can either happen or not happen, then the probability of the event not occurring equals one. Take away the probability of the event occurring.
Okay, Ibrahim, here we are discussing probability. Probability means what is the chance of a thing of happening. For example, today will it rain or not? Okay, like daily will
Okay.
encounter, and today will you get some new clothes or not? So what are the probabilities? Probability means chance of likelihood of an event, whether it will happen or not. So
Okay.
likelihood means the chance how much that this thing is probable, or how it can happen, likelihood. An event, any event, it can be rain, it can be you meeting your friend, it can be you eating a burger, etc. Any event, any whatever you think of.
Okay.
A dog will bark outside your home or not, that is an event.
Okay.
Similarly, you will eat halwa or not, that is an event. So these
Okay.
all these are events, and we will discuss
Mm,
what are their chances. Chance of
mm,
happening of anything is called probability. Got it, better?
ठीक है, ठीक है.
So probability is based on chance. What is probability based? It is based on chance. So
Okay.
probability is based on chance. What theory predicts does not necessarily happen in practice. Okay, most of the time you see that sometimes it happen that there is a weather prediction that it will snow and it does not snow, or it will rain, it does not rain. So probability is, they are actually telling you what they are just telling you probability. Sometimes it happens and sometimes it does not happen necessarily. Okay,
Okay.
like I say you that today you will have a good luck, might be you get some good news, and it might not be
Okay.
the case that you don't get any good news. So these are just chances. We are not talking about anything with surety. Got it, beta?
Okay.
Okay, now what is the favorable outcome? Favorable outcomes refer to event in question actually happening. So I give you the chance that it is 60% chance that there will be rain, and if it rains, then this is a favorable outcome. Okay, the total number of
Okay.
possible outcomes refers to all the different types of outcome one can get in particular solution. So now let me give you another example. There can be more than one outputs.
Okay.
Example, if you have, do you play Ludo?
Intent of the.
In Ludo, you have a dice. Dice has
Mhm.
faces, right?
Uh-huh. Okay.
Any face can come up, right? Or are equally likely. The total number of faces that can show up on the dice
Okay.
is six. Okay. So what is basically I'm talking about? I'm talking about if you have this thing, you throw it on the table any number can
Okay.
appear. One can appear, two, three, four, five, up to six. And if you want
Okay.
six to appear, then six is your favorable outcome. Okay, when you are talking about only six, then six is your favorable outcome. But there are other outcomes, like one can the number can be one, number can be two, three, four, five. The total number of possible outcomes are six, and the number six is your favorable outcome. Similarly, if you want to have a number three, then number three is your favorable,
Okay.
and the total number of outcomes are six. Okay, madam? So
Okay.
the total number of possible outcome refer to all the different type of outcome one can get in a particular situation. Total number tells total outcomes what are possible.
Okay.
Probability of an event, number of favorable outcomes divided by total number of equally likely outcomes. For example, you want three to appear. There is only one three. Yes, on this dice,
How? Oh,
three is only once, right?
yeah.
And what are the total outcomes? Outcomes are six.
Good
Got it, Ibrahim? One,
thinker.
one is
Because there's six sides, right?
yes, six sides. So total sides are six. Only one side is having number three on it. So
Oh,
for
gee.
getting three, you have the chance. One side is your favorable, and six is the total number of sides. Now,
Okay.
two important things: if the probability is zero, then the event is impossible, right?
Mm. Mm-hmm.
For example, if you are on the moon, then probability of having rain on the moon is zero because there is no uh, atmosphere there, and there can be no clouds there, and if there can be no
Mm-hmm.
clouds, then there can't be any rain over there. So that
Mm-hmm.
its probability of having a rain on moon is zero, and the probability of one means that event is certain to happen. Okay, so
Mm-hmm.
there are events that certain, like okay, when you take shower you will get wet is an
Mm-hmm.
event. So its probability is one when you take shower, unless you are having some special arrangement that water does not fall on you. Whenever you take shower you will get wet.
Mm-hmm.
This probability is one. This event is certain to happen.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, if an event can either happen or not happen, then probability of event not occurring is 1 minus probability of event occurring. So if you know that
Mm-hmm.
50% chance the event will occur, so you subtract 50% from 1, then you will get the probability of event not happening as equal to 50. Got it, better?
Mm-hmm.
Okay. Okay, the next problems. So now let us solve it. These are related to dice, and we discuss these.
Mm-hmm.
Ibrahim, now worked example one. An ordinary fair dice is rolled. Calculate the probability of getting a six. So we need to calculate the probability that we will get six. So number of favorable outcome is that we want six. Six is on one face. Okay. So dice has six faces in total.
Mm-hmm.
Our required one is on one side. So its probable number of favorable outcome is one, and total number of possible outcomes are six because one can happen, two, three, four, five, up to six. So total sides are six.
Mm-hmm.
Now probability of getting a six is what? Favorable outcome divided by total number of outcomes. So you divide favorable
Mm-hmm.
by total. So 1 over 6. And probability of not getting a 6. So we have just discussed, if you want to check what is the probability that certain event will not happen. It is 1 minus probability of event occurring. Okay, you
Mm-hmm.
subtract 1. Okay, Brian. So when you
Mm-hmm.
subtract 1 from 1 by 6, you will be getting 5 over 6. Okay, beta.
Mm-hmm.
Ibrahim, write
Okay.
on your page and show me.